y'all. Crazy Science Mom here with my little crazy scientist helper. And today we are going to be talking about the functions of the eye. The eye is an amazing organ. Light comes into your eyes and makes an image. In the back of your eye, the image is upside down. Electrical signals are sent to the brain, and then the brain tells you what you're seeing. Isn't that amazing? Wow. I tell you what, the eye, like I said, is just an amazing organ, and we're going to soon find this out. But after you watch this video, you've got to see the actual cow dissection that we did. And stay to the very end till we have a sweet treat for you. We're going to make a cow eye out of candy. Yeah. Your eye is the size of a ping pong ball. It is nestled inside the eye socket inside of your skull. But do you know what keeps your eye moist? It's called your lacrimal gland. The first part of the eye we're going to talk about is the eyelid. Where do you think tears come from? Do you say right here? Well, no. Your tears actually come from here, from the lacrimal glands, right here on your eyelid. So whenever you blink, fluid is released. Whenever you cry, fluid is released, and it causes it to wash anything away. If there's some kind of something in your eye, it washes it away. And it drains here into the tear duct, and it goes into your nose. And that's why whenever you cry, you have to blow your nose, because all of that fluid drains into your nose. So it's very important for you to blink your eyes to keep your eyes moist. Right now, we're going to do a staring contest, and we're going to see who wins.
May the staring contest begin. 3, 2, 1, start.
Oh, I think you blinked.
I didn't blink.
I think you did. Okay, let's try it again.
3, 2, 1.
Oh my God. Okay, I think you won. Oh my goodness. Woo!
She's still going. She's still going.
Wow.
Wait, did she blink at all?
That was hard. That was hard. So the eye you can think of is like an onion. It has layers. The first layer is the sclera, and the second layer is the choroid. Now the choroid gives nutrients to the inner eye. So I'm going to come back to this third layer. We're going to go next to the cornea. The cornea is the outer part of the eye, and it protects the eye from dust and dirt. So I'm going to have her look at my cornea. Can you look at my cornea? It's like a bubble. It's the outer part. Okay. So light goes into the cornea. That's the first step of where the light comes in the eye. Next is the iris. That's the color part of your eye. I'm going to look and see what my scientists, my little helper scientists, what color her irises are. And they are brown. Can you tell me what my color irises are?
Brown.
Brown. Yeah. Right. In the middle of the iris is a black dot called the pupil. Now, is it a dot or is it a hole? It's actually a hole. And I'm going to see what happens when I put light up against my partner's pupil. Let's see what happens. Now, are your pupils moving or is your iris moving? It's your iris that's moving. There are muscles attached to the iris that causes the pupil to get smaller or larger depending on how much light that it needs. If it needs a lot of light, the pupil will get bigger. If it doesn't need that much light, the pupil will get smaller. In between the cornea and the pupil and lens is a fluid called the aqueous humor. And whenever you look at my next video for the eye dissection, you're going to see the aqueous humor. It's real liquidy, and that keeps the shape of the cornea and also gives nutrients to the cornea. Remember I told you that the eye is like an onion, it has 3 layers? Well, inside is a really cool substance called vitreous humor. And it kind of reminds me of slime. Yes, slime. It's pretty cool, and whenever you see the cow eye dissection video, you're going to say, oh yeah, that's like slime. Cool. Okay, like I said, the eyeball is like 3 layers. The first one is the sclera. Okay. The second one is the choroid. And the third one is the retina. Now the retina is really cool. It's got light-sensitive cells called rods and cones. Rods are to help you see in black and white, shades of gray, and in shadows. And cones help you to see in color. Now you can remember cones, like the street cones, they're orange. So cones have color and the rods are black and white. So what's really cool about the retina is the images that you are seeing, when they get hit back to the retina, they turn upside down. So I want you to get a spoon and I want you to see yourself through the curvature of the spoon and see what happens. You'll tell me what happens. Wow. Well, I'll tell you. I'm upside down. And that's exactly what happens in the back of the retina. Another fun activity to show how images are upside down in the back of your eye, I want you to do this activity. There is a lens you get like from Office Depot. And then you just get a plain white sheet of paper. Well, come on over here to the light source, okay? You're going to put the lens in front of the light source, like the lens in your eye. So here's the lens. The light source is right there. If you take a look at the light, okay, the lampshades are going down, right? So that's the light source. And right here, the light goes through the cornea, through the pupil, and through the lens to the back of the retina. Now watch this. You see that? The lampshades are upside down. Pretty cool, huh? Now the retina, like I said, has millions of light-sensitive cells, rods and cones. And the only place that it doesn't have light-sensitive cells is in the blind spot. That is in the very, very back of the retina. It's also called the optic disc. There's a really cool test to show that you have a blind spot. Get a piece of paper and put an X on one side and about 5 inches across, put a dot. So you're going to cover your right eye and you look at the shape that is on the right. So whatever one, it doesn't really matter. So on this side, the X is on the right. So I'm going to cover my right eye and I'm going to look at the item on the right, which is the X. Okay? So I'm going to hold it out, arm's length, and I'm going to slowly bring it in and keep looking at that X. And there you go. That dot has disappeared. If I go any further, the dot reappears. And I go back out a little bit, that dot disappeared. And I go back out, and it reappeared. So to summarize, light goes through the cornea, through the pupil, through the lens, back to the retina. The image, whatever you see, is turned upside down. And the millions of light-sensitive receptors are back there. The one place that it is not is the optic disc, and that is also called the blind spot. Electrical signals go through the blind spot, and it goes through the optic nerve. The optic nerve, how do you like my onion here? This is my eyeball. The optic nerve, right, is connected to the brain, and it's about 20 centimeters long. And that sends signals to the brain, and then in turn, the brain transmits and tells what the eye is seeing. So cool. Well, I told you we were going to make an eyeball out of candy, and my trusty assistant is going to tell you all the ingredients that we need.
So all we need is a Reese's Pieces, I think, a lightsaber gummy, a strip of Airhead Extreme, a spoonful of icing, a marshmallow, and a half of like a Twizzler.
All right. So we use the icing for glue. So the marshmallow is going to be the vitreous humor and also the sclera, which is the outer part, the protective covering. So we're going to get the gummy lifesaver and we're going to use that as an iris. So we're going to put some icing and then we're going to stick that gummy lifesaver on there. And what will this be? The pupil. And I think you can just squeeze this on in and it'll stay. Here we go, the pupil. You got it? All right. Okay. Then, can anybody guess what we're using this for? This is going to be the retina because we see the rods and cones. Remember, the cones is color. So we're going to just wrap this around here. Wrap it around. And then we're going to just put it like this. All right. And can you tell what this is? This is the optic nerve. We're going to squeeze this on in here. And there you have it. Oh, so good. All right, y'all. Want you to like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you next time. Next. There's muscles that are connected to the iris that are bringing them the
Here's another thing you can do with the lens.
look big.
Your face.
I look big.
Yeah.